So I fucking retconned myself recently, and it's really disappointing because this is in regards to the latest video that I uploaded around just not being angry. And when I recorded that video, it really did come from a place of honesty and just recognizing that living in these negative emotions doesn't do shit for you. And I guess I don't want to give too much context about what's really pissing me off, not because it's embarrassing, but I just don't want to drag it on any longer than I need to, and I guess give it more power. But this Monday, or I guess from Sunday to Monday, I did not sleep at all, and I went to work like that. And this is something that has happened in the past, but it's so fucking terrible, bro. It really is, because I just feel the brain fog just really just taking over right now, and sometimes I really do get scared that I'm gonna get fucking schizophrenia or whatever the fuck. Not only that, but I had fucking done some little girl shit and posted to my Instagram just regarding a lot of the things that I'm feeling at the moment. And sure, it is embarrassing, but at the same time, I don't really have anyone on that shit that I'm actually fucking friends with. And I guess that just isn't even a reason to justify that. But I feel like I'm at a moment right now where I should really focus on methods that could help me regulate my emotions. And that's something I'm coming to recognize, that, throughout my formative years or even recently, I just haven't really had a proper way to go about these things. Like growing up, bro, I've done so much fucking bullshit. I've drank when I was like 12 years old. I've tried ecstasy when I was 14. I've done Xanax. You know what? Xanax, that was like actually really recently. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. But for the most part, it's really just been, me smoking weed. And, I don't want to say that that's something that is ruining me. For the most part, I would say that it's been there for me more than anything else. And that's fucking sad to say. But, that's a reality. And, there probably is a reality out there as well, that it's really just making things a lot more worse for me to just depend on that as a sole therapeutic sort of outlet for my emotions. So as of recently, I've just been thinking about how I could go about it in a different way. Aside from the fucking cannabis, I've been doing more physical stuff that I have ever been doing it throughout my whole life these past couple of years. Going to the gym, focusing on weightlifting, having variety with that fucking weightlifting is something that's really important to have like more consistency in terms of like growth. So I've been doing that as well, which I'm really proud about. I go on hikes whenever I get the chance with the homegirl, and probably go to fucking Trader Joe's right after for cranberry potato salad and some fucking pomegranate juice. Pilates, boxing, and Pilates. That shit. It sounds like girly, bro. It really does, but that's been something that's been helping me out a lot with my core, and something I've struggled with so much throughout the years without it. So if you're a little hesitant about Pilates, I would definitely recommend that. But with the whole boxing thing, I feel like that's been life changing, bro. Like it's done so much for me, for my fitness, for my stamina, for my mental, to let out this aggression. But there's a inverse that I sort of feel I've noticed, where because I've gotten somewhat skilled at boxing, I have sort of just lost any sort of like patience to deal with bullshit. It's like the saying goes, once you're a hammer, everything like a fucking nail. And I don't want to sound stupid, as though that this boxing shit has been a detriment to my life, but for it to be my main sort of like outsource of aggression, or just how I deal with my emotions and whatnot, it definitely isn't helping me build patience. It definitely isn't helping me build tolerance, or just having more emotional intelligence and whatnot. And in relation to all of this, I had recently posted to my Instagram asking if anyone in my area wants to go ahead and go for a fucking spar, that I'd come straight to them. And really, in hindsight, it does kind of sound as though I'm like challenging my followers and stuff, but it came from an honest place. I really do want to have a group of people who have the same focus towards that sort of goal. But yeah, I guess regardless of any of that, I've been trying to focus on more sort of methods of just handling this stress, anger, and all of that. Things that are a lot more easygoing and doesn't have to have aggression to any sort of degree involved. But the only thing that I've been able to find that is relatable to that is pottery classes. And man, these fucking classes are expensive as shit. There's memberships too, and I wasn't even fucking considering that. But yeah, I think that's like what I should be doing right now. I really don't know. I wanted to go ahead and get therapy again. Trust me, man. I have so many negative opinions when it comes down to that side of the medical field. When it comes down to having to pay someone to listen to you and them imprinting any sort of like I'm not gonna go too much into a tangent about that. I'm more so having a disdain towards the whole psychiatric side of things where people just prescribe you medications to just sort of have like a sort of bandage sort of treatment in regards to what the fuck you're actually feeling. And definitely there are people who I feel need to have that during whatever sort of crisis they have. And even I say that with hesitance because it's just I'm just not a believer of medications, especially since I got fucking seizures from that shit and whatever the psychiatric doctor he's like, then what the fuck you want me to do if you don't want to take any pills? Like that wasn't verbatim what he said, but he said it very similarly like that. And man, at that moment, I was like, damn, I'm fucked, aren't I? Yeah, no, it was a terrible experience, man. But yeah, I was looking to get therapy again, but my fucking health insurance got cut, and with my job, there isn't any sort of open enrollment until April of next year. So if I wanted to go ahead and pursue that, I would definitely have to pay out of pocket, and my it sucks, bro, because I'm having this goal of saving 10K by the end of this year, and it's going pretty good, bro. It really is, but it feels like a lot of things that would help you in terms of your mental health is fucking costly, bro. And sure, maybe I could wait around until my open enrollment next year so I could get therapy again, but at the moment, it's just I don't know. I'm just at a loss. I'll be honest. I really am at a loss. And I guess things like recording these commentaries really do help. So I hope to God that I can stay consistent with this shit. Yeah, I don't know. I think finding community at the end of the day is what's really important. And recently I started getting more involved with the clan that I'm in. And I've been in for the past 1 or 2 months, but the other night we had a game night and I thought it was really nice. It brought me back to the days of Xbox 360 where you just have so many people inviting you to private lobbies, to Xbox Live parties, and a lot things were so much more fucking social back then. And I guess I'm not really trying to say that gaming is the answer. Shit, it fucking might be. It honestly might be, bro. It really might be, especially considering my sort of circumstances. This is probably the place that I fucking thrive in the most. But yeah, in general, I'm just looking for any sort of methods of just having better emotional regularity because right now things just feel fucked up. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it off as that. If you enjoyed the content, were at all interested, or even have any recommendations for recreational activities that doesn't involve spending a fuck ton of cash or utilizing my aggression, I ask that you do leave a comment down below. If you watched up to this point, please leave a like. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Bro, you're on controller, bro.
No, my fucking
Keep the mouth shut.
my mic stand is actually fucked. What do you mean I'm on controller, bro? That's how
You're
original
on
fucking Halo
controller,
3 was
bro.
played, you fucking...
Original Halo 3 was played.
What the hell?
Hey
Yeah, saying
guys.
27.
Do I sound like that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Fuck you!